Welcome. Welcome to the 21st Chaos Communication Congress. Thank you very much for coming.
Well, as you know, our motto this year is the usual suspects, which is of course a line from the classic movie Casablanca, where this line appears 2 times in the movie at key scenes, and we thought of it quite fitting for this gathering. At 2 times in the movie there's the line, round up the usual suspects, and well, we are very, very glad that you could make it, and that we rounded up the usual suspects in such an amazing way.
Yeah, the usual suspects are coming together in a hopefully very unusual Congress. We've made a couple of modifications. If you know the Congress, you probably have already noticed that we tried hard to bring up something new. One of the things that are new is that for the first time we have a really international conference here, and more than 2/3 of all the lectures and talks you are going to hear in the next 3 days are held in English, which is a first for us.
Well, over the last months, starting this summer, we have prepared what we believe is the best Congress program ever. We have many international guests, not only speakers, but also participants from countries like the USA, the Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Japan, name it, we probably got it. And we believe that this is a major step forward in the history of the Chaos Communication Congress.
So let's talk about a bit what we're going to show you. You probably already had a look at the conference program that's on the web. It's not looking that nice as it might be, but we're working on that. Anyway, the content is king, and there's a lot of content. We got 4 main tracks in 4 main rooms. So, well, this is room number 1. Aptly dressed in black. And we got another 3 rooms downstairs. Last year it was only 2 rooms, but we had to split it up in order to accommodate for the huge amount of interesting talks that got in when we asked for interesting talks. And we had so many that we couldn't just say no to most of them. So we had to expand a bit. And as we couldn't expand in time, we had to expand in space. So there's probably less space, but it's more options. So in the end, we hope everything will be fine. We usually have the problem that some talks are way too popular, so that more people like to get into the room, and that's always causing trouble. This time we have Congress TV. So in front of each door of every room, you have a TV showing what's going on inside. And if you want to listen to any talk, you can just use one of these cool DECT phones, which you can book in over there at the POC, at the Phone Operations Center. And for instance, if you like to tune in what I'm saying right now, you just dial 7001 and you're listening to whatever going on in room 1, 7002, you're listening to everything that's going on in room 2, and so on. So we're getting there.
Yeah, apart from the main conference, we have a lot of guest conferences as well. Not really a guest conference, but always a vital part of the Congress experience is the program that is prepared by the women and girls of the CCC, the Hexen, and they have some interesting workshops and talks as well. Then we have even more usual suspects here. We have the Avid VJ conference happening here at the Congress, which is around here, and they also prepare some stuff in the Art and Beauty Lounge.
That's actually where the central part is, but they are also featuring some interesting workshops. And the trailer you've just seen is done by the Avid VJ team, and at this point I'd like to say thank you for that very cool trailer, which is a gift to us from them. Thanks.
And as every year, of course, there are the open German lockpicking championships. The lockpickers are around, and if you want to learn about the non-destructive way of opening physical locks, you can just go there and try with a pick set and maybe enter the championship. There's also...
the championships are on the first 2 days, and there's open workshop day on the last day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have the Wikipedia community here with us. So it's not only the German Wikipedia community, it's also the international Wikipedia and Wikimedia Foundation community, who are doing workshops here as well. We also welcome the developers of the Wikipedia project. They're doing their first developers conference here at the Congress for the first time.
And of course, we are very proud to welcome Jimmy Wales, the founder of the Wikipedia project, here as a speaker. There's also a developer conference for the Gentoo Linux distribution. At the art and beauty area that we already mentioned, there's a lot of amazing stuff going on. If you go there, you will see a lot of lights and a lot of beauty, actually. There are digital arts, there is the Avid VJ team. You can hang out at the Go Lounge if you want to play the East Asian board game of Go, which is quite popular among hackers. You can see the new inventions and some of the older inventions of the Blinken area, the people that built blinking objects. Well, that first came together when we had that blinking house next to us a few years ago.
And there's robotics going on, especially the LEGO Mechatronics project, and we're going to have other robotics projects here and talks, especially today, and hopefully some extra demonstrations at Art and Beauty as well. Yeah, talking about cool projects, we got a ton of them in the Hack Center downstairs. Too many to name them. There's an extensive list at the entrance if you go down. So there's a map, and whatever you want to find there, you probably find it immediately, well, if they're there, of course.
Yeah, the unofficial motto for the Hack Center is cool projects and nice light. And of course, we have even more space, we have even more network. This year we have not only the best conference, we believe, but also one of the fastest networks we ever had.
Yeah, and the fastest built network we ever had. I mean, networks are always a problem, especially on this big conferences, and very especially at hacker conferences. As you know, it's probably the most hostile environment that you can think of. This time we got more equipment than ever, which was more or less an accident, but in the end, it was all there, and everything was there on Christmas, like 2 days, 3 days ago. And since then, the NOC crew has made it to have a almost functional network running now. Yeah, bear with them. There are some minor rough edges to be squeezed out. Yeah, you know, I don't want to go too much into detail. We got a very fast uplink, 1 gigabit per second, lots of internet behind, so it will be fine. And we're doing more in terms of documentation. We're having a new system set up for full digital recording of all the talks in video and audio. And of course, as I already mentioned, the live streaming on the telephone, so that you can listen to any talk at any time if you like, if it's in one of the first 4 rooms.
And because we wanted to share, all the talks and all the material recorded will be available after the conference under Creative Commons license, so you can do with it whatever you want.
Yeah, we're almost through. We'd like to have your feedback this time more than ever. There are some well-hidden links on the Fahrplan, on the schedule, where you can click for every event. So whichever event you've seen, whichever talk or lecture or workshop you followed, there's a chance of giving your feedback on what you thought, how it was online. There's also going to be some kind of survey on the general aspects on the Congress. That's not live now, but it's going to be soon. And of course, there are the systems in place that we had in place before. The weblog is still being filled by our editor staff. And if you want to publish something that you're doing here at the conference, there's still the public wiki.
Yeah, just to remind you, the weblog and the public wiki will both be available under the URL http://21c3.ccc.de.
Yes. Yes, that's it somehow. I mean...
Oh no, we have prepared so much this year. We have conference notes as well. We have a printed book that contains the proceedings and the conference notes. And this will be for sale as of today.
We can't say now. We forgot to ask.
It will be worth the price.
Yes, it will be worth the price. Very good. Yeah, it's thick. Yeah, like lots of dead trees. We killed them all. Yeah. At the entrance, you received stickers for the event. They are cool. Put them somewhere else. Don't leave them here, please. Yes. Take care of this building. We got very strong support of the Berliner Congress Center. The BCC staff is well behind of what we are doing here, and without their support in any way, this event wouldn't be possible at all. By no means. So thanks to the BCC team. So try to take care of this building. It's a very nice building, and we want to stay that way. I think you know what to do with that information. Do you? Yes, I think you do. Okay.
So that was it from us. And because the Congress is more or less bilingual, well, 2/3 of the Congress is in English anyway, but of course, being in Germany, we have a lot of talks in German as well. And the next talk, the keynote, will be in German.
Yeah, which is by Peter Glaser. We're very happy to have him here. He's one of older members of the CCC, been the editor of Datenschleuder a long time ago. And yeah, I think it's very interesting to hear what he has to say about the usual suspects. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for listening. And have a lot of fun.